How's it going, guys? Andrew here. And I just got back from the movie theater. My wife had left for the weekend to go out of town. And so I asked my daughter, hey, do you want to go watch that movie, Megan, with the little dancing killer robot? And knowing her good taste in movies, as anyone knows who's watched this channel, she loves Halloween 3 as much as I do. I knew she would say yes. And so we went out and had a little daddy daughter date. And so yeah, we watched Megan, and I'm throwing this review together for you real quick while my thoughts are fresh in my mind. So stick with it. We might have a guest reviewer here at the end of the video. So yeah, roll that music. So as far as the plot goes, little Katie's parents have died in this horrific crash in the snow. She survived, and so she's sent to live with her Aunt Gemma with a long G, which just has to be the most horrible main character's name in any movie I've ever heard. But I digress. And things aren't going well between the two of them. Her Aunt Gemma is this career woman who works at this giant toy company. She's this toy developer, and she works with like big upscale projects. And so she's got this prototype named Megan, and I can't think right now exactly what that stands for. But after her boss flips out and sees how much they're spending on this project, he tells her to get rid of Megan. And so she takes her home. And so she programs Megan to kind of be the companion for little Katie that she can't be. So things are going really good at first. Megan and Katie are becoming friends, and Megan's very protective of her. But just like freaking Skynet, um, Megan begins to learn and she starts to become dangerous. It's at this point where she's becoming unreliable and dangerous that the company finds out about her and the good things she can do. And so they ask Gemma if she can do a demo for the higher ups and everything, and they okay it. And pretty soon, this robot that's dangerous and has actually caused a couple of deaths is getting ready to be rolled out for mass consumption. But that's the premise for the story. Pretty much the last 25 minutes or so are just awesome as the as Megan flips and she ends up, going after the people who created her and trying to get back to little Katie, who she's very, very protective of. And this movie was kind of, I'll get to the dislikes here in a little bit, but it was kind of long in some parts. But stick with it because those last 25 minutes that you get of the action, much like a Chucky movie, where they're trying to dispose of this robot, are definitely worth sticking around for. There's some other things I liked about the movie. Like there's, the little girl that plays the robot. I forget that that's a little girl under there, and I really believe after a while that that's a robot. Just did a great, great job of acting. And speaking of acting, the little girl who plays Katie is very good, very believable, very, very broken. As a matter of fact, they have a scene together where there's been one product demo for like the VP of the company or whatever, and it went well. And so they're going to show that same demo to the people who are even higher up. And Katie's just, had a tremendous loss in her life, and she just can't do it and breaks down and it goes off script. And the robot is so good at recognizing her emotions that she goes and has this emotional scene with her and sings this song. And it was kind of a beautiful scene in the middle of this, just kind of throwaway January horror movie. I thought, that's really good. It kind of got me right here. I also felt like the score was really good in some places. There was some louder score and everything, but like when it was really quiet and it was just some synth chords underneath and some piano over the top of it, it was really beautiful and eerie, and I I really liked that about it. As far as things I didn't like, I felt like the tension could have been ramped up just a little bit more. I never really felt like our two main protagonists were in all that much danger, until that last fight. That felt kind of dangerous, but I felt like there should have been just a little bit more. And as I said earlier, parts of the first and second act were a little bit slow. Um, But like that last fight scene and the rest of that last half hour to 25 minutes or so, it's definitely worth it if you stick with it. There are also some minor nitpicks that I had, like a 4 foot tall doll driving a car, or using a nail gun just by pulling the trigger. They don't work that way. But those dislikes were minor. I've seen far more infuriating movies, even here lately. This movie's definitely worth a watch if you're just looking to kill time. It was fun in the theater. I'm glad I took my daughter to see it. We had a good night together, just the two of us. This was the first movie that's came out this year that I've seen. If I had to rank it against something from last year, it probably would have made my honorable mentions, somewhere rated around like The Black Phone or something like that. But now it's time to rate this movie, and boy, do I have a treat for you. Are you ready? All right, so as a guest to rate this movie, I have my daughter Megan.
I'm not Megan.
She looks a lot like Megan, I think, if she would just take the hoodie off and show you guys her face. So we just watched this movie, Emery. What would you rate Megan?
7.5.
7.5. What did you like about the movie?
I don't know.
There you have it, straight from the expert, folks. I would rate this movie about 7.2. We'll go 7.5. How's that sound? 7.5 for Megan. Uh, Guys, thanks as always for watching the channel. This is Andrew and Megan.
Sure.
We'll see you down the line.
Okay, good golly.